Well, I've been trying to tell people, like, being disciplined is the reason why we are the way we are, or not. And once you can be disciplined, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop eating junk food and all that stuff. Oh, what's up, you guys? I am here today, excuse me, to talk about being disciplined. All right, so we all know that being disciplined has its benefits, right? But many of us just chuck it to the wind like, I'm not disciplined and that's okay. I'm here to tell you it's not okay. There is a direct correlation between people who can be disciplined and the success that they have in life. Direct correlation. So if you've seen some of my other videos talking about, the whole being lazy or fearful or the whole why are we here, today is about discipline and why I'm targeting men over women. Honestly speaking, coming from, history and seeing what I've seen in the industry as a personal trainer in a box gym, I can definitely say that a lot of guys are creeps and not professional at all. And I know of a bunch of stories where guys have messed with their clients, and I'm just like, yo, that's like going for the low-hanging fruit. That shit is cheesy, bro. Like, and you mess with your money at the end of the day. Like, but that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, I don't mess with female clients anymore. It makes my job so much easier, and there's no confusion or anything outside of that. Not to say I would ever mess with any of my clients, however, just keeping everything where it should be. So the other reason why I'm targeting men is because of the long-term effects. So it's like, what do you mean long-term effects? I'll be fit? Yeah, you'll be fit. However, there has been, and I'm not going to consider myself a matchmaker. However, most of my clients who have been single are no longer single. They're just so damn sexy that someone takes them off the market. Like, all of my female clients are pregnant. Not with mine, just putting that out there. They found a suitable male that wants them. They see them, they're like, ooh, she's hot. Let me wife her up, shoot up at the club. Now she's having my kid. They're married, all that good stuff, right? And, in terms of the long-term effects, it's let me slow down. I've had most of my clients for years. I am then able to see them have children. I am then able to see them influence those children to the point now where I almost expect all my male clients who have kids that their kids work out too. Out of all of my male clients who have kids that are old enough, all of their kids are into exercising now. And I'm just sitting back and noticing it. I'm just noticing the long-term effects of what's happening. And I feel as though there's a very high possibility, and I have to do the research for it, so don't quote me on this. Is there a tendency or a trend between fit parents and their children? Do most fit parents also have fit children? Is there a correlation? I would say yes. And so if I'm looking at how can I be most impactful, I'm thinking generational. How can I do this one thing with one person and have that transfer into other younger people too? Excuse me. It's chips, man. And by the way, you can have chips if it fits within your macro and you're eating well most of the time, but we should talk about that in another video. Let me know if you want to talk about like what proper nutrition you should be having if you want to live a truly successful, healthy life. Back on topic. Most of the issues I see in the world today come from a lack of discipline or stem from the lack of discipline, right? And that kind of ties into my other videos about not working hard enough or being lazy and being fearful and all that stuff, right? So I grew up doing martial arts, judo, karate, little bit of boxing, little bit of wrestling. A little bit of capoeira. I love physical fitness. I love just being physical and competitive. And I think, and I played soccer, football, basketball. I was always very active. However, what I've learned is that there is there are challenges in this world. There will always be obstacles to overcome, and it takes the discipline to overcome them. Say karate, you're trying to break a board and you can't do it because it hurts, you're scared of the pain. It takes discipline to overcome that, to overcome the fear of the pain, to develop the callus or the numbness or whatever it is it takes to then have the strength to push through. And again, as you'll notice, there's a lot of parallels in a lot of these videos. There, I see the way you look at anything is the way you look at everything. There will always be challenges. There will always be things you need to push through. There are always things that you need to overcome. So if we can develop that discipline, that skill set, that awareness to then do so, that's huge. That is what it's all about. That's what I feel like I am here to do, because I don't have kids yet, right? However, I want to make sure that I am doing the best that I can when I have kids. So I'm practicing now. How can I coach people into being better, into doing better, into seeking more, without, being overbearing or anything like that, because that's not my style. However, kind of getting back to the whole root of it, if discipline is a direct link to success, then we should all learn how to be disciplined as we grow. And I know that some people come from broken households, or they didn't have their father there, and so they develop or they grow without the discipline. For example, not to say women can't instill discipline in men. However, there is a direct correlation with women raising boys to be men. They don't know how, and it's natural, it's normal, it's a normal thing. You can't fault anyone for it. However, if we can actually just accept that for what it is, and then just push forward and know that, okay, cool, I need to be disciplined, I need to develop the traits, I should probably try some martial arts. That's a great way to start. I should probably do some physical fitness. That's a great start. And when I'm thinking about generational, look, one of my motivators for what I do is not for me. Like, I happen to be crazy fortunate to love what I do and connecting with people and helping people and making decent income at it. However, I don't use most of my income for myself. It's for my future period and my children in the future. And I feel as though I notice a lot of my clients do the same. They put money aside in I forget what the plan is, but there's like a, investment plan for young kids. And it's like they want their kids to be set up for the future. And I feel as though in my culture, that's not very common, because people aren't very, no, I shouldn't say people aren't very, but generally speaking, people are not planning for their children. There's too many, children being had out of wedlock, young mothers, and they're not marrying the father, and all this thing I'm noticing happening in my culture, and I want to change the trajectory of that as much as possible. So I'm always looking to help out men, as always, Black men, minorities. I'm always down to do what I can to help develop that discipline, because I know it will be passed down. And even in the men themselves, and having the discipline to be like, you know what, let me not mess with this woman. Let me not get her pregnant. Let me have the self-control, the discipline to overcome those urges. Let me not be lazy. Let me put in the work. Let me not be fearful. Let me put in the work, so that generationally my lineage can be good. And I'm curious what people are thinking in this regards. Please put in the comments so I can have a better understanding. Where do you guys feel, and if there's any single fathers, or not single fathers, any fathers who didn't marry their mother, are you very present in that child's life? What are you instilling in that child? What do you expect the outcome of that child to be? Are is this a thought? Is this something that we talk about in the culture? Like, yes, this is a fitness channel, but I feel like this is more of like a health channel, and health transcends multiple aspects of life. It's not just the physical body, because the physical body is easy. I could put you on a plan and you will have the physical goals that you want done. Like, that's easy. I do this in my sleep. I don't really do this in my sleep, but I've done this for long enough to know exactly what you need to be doing every step of the way. And I've had so many clients along the way that I know most likely how to overcome whatever it is you're going through, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, limitations at home, physical limitations, and I got you, right? So now that that's more or less on autopilot, it's like, okay, how can I even further help impact people? And so it's with having conversations like this, because it starts with awareness. Everything starts with awareness, and having, a side that you want to, and deciding rather what you want to have happen next. So I like to keep my conversations pretty short, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and do the self-assessment. Do you have the discipline to achieve whatever it is that you want in your life? And next step, what do you want your children to get from you as you reproduce? If you choose to reproduce, what does your lineage look like? As I feel like, especially as I have West Indian culture, my family's from Jamaica, that's like, people just be having kids like they be, like it's nothing, it's whatever. And there's obviously the results that come from that. So again, help me see the change that I want to see in the world today, and develop awesome, confident, disciplined young men. Catch you guys in the next video. Stay awesome, stay powerful, and let's raise the bar. Let's go.